Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Arizona Cardinals franchise here on Madden 24. Today, we are going to be jumping into Week 1, Year 1 with the Arizona Cardinals. And this defense is something that is beginning to worry me more and more as I utilize them in practice. Really, no playmakers in the front seven. No one in that secondary that is really able to be a stop corner for us. And so I am deathly afraid of what we will be finding out about this defense going forward. I thought Kelvin Joseph would be a nice addition, but in utilizing him in practice, I felt like him and Cottrell Clark are kind of interchangeable in a lot of aspects, except for Clark being able to help out on special teams. That gave us an opportunity to sign Levi Bell, the rookie out of Texas State linebacker, to the practice squad. And the more we talk about Week 1 and the more I talk about our defense and going up against a team like Washington, I start to think about their front seven. And that front seven is extremely, extremely scary. Our offensive line is not built to go up against this sort of defensive front. We don't really have the playmakers in the backfield and the quarterback position, with Colt McCoy getting the start here in Week 1 and James Conner, the 6-year vet, in the backfield getting the start at running back. And Paris Johnson, I mean, talk about forcing a rookie into a position where he's going to have to really put 110% max effort into this game. And that's going to get us right into week number 1. No more talking. It is time for action. This squad, I am super excited to actually get into games and start the rebuild itself, because we all know, looking at this team, it's going to be a long road, and it all begins right here in Washington. And we have decided to defer, and Prater's getting us underway here in Washington. Pringle will take this one in the end zone. And here we go. Brand new offensive look here for the Commanders. Jacoby Brissett back there, the main play caller for the Commanders. Antonio Gibson out there as well. And this is going to be a pass to Curtis Samuel for a first down. We know the amount of playmakers on this Commanders team starts with Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, John Bates, Cole Turner. The whole gambit is that would be Antonio Gibson making a nice move on Simmons, who finally brings him down. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 1 from the 48, but unable to bring that one in is Terry McLaurin. This defense, again, is going to be facing a lot of pressure in the secondary. And there goes Cole Turner, able to make a catch and a first down in front of rookie BJ Olajari. Now, when I take a look at what we have to go up against here with the Commanders, as a massive hole opens up for B-Rob, and he is untouched going into the end zone. That is something that worries me, this defensive front. We talked about it in the beginning. The front seven, not really big, strong, powerful playmakers. J.J. Watt is no longer here, and you could have drove multiple semis through that hole. But here we go, the Arizona Cardinals getting their season underway, and it's a completion from Colt McCoy over to our wide receiver, Marquise Hollywood Brown, for a nice gain of yards. Colt McCoy now going to dump this one off. Not exactly sure what that was from Colt McCoy. Maybe a little shovel pass there, but it gets it over to Zach Ertz, getting the start here today at tight end. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, and Colt McCoy is going to go down. A sack by who? Jamin Davis, coming off the edge. And take another look here. Completely just beats DJ Humphries, throws down Colt McCoy, and yeah, that's number 70 being tossed by Chase Young. Paris Johnson Jr., welcome to the NFL, as Colt McCoy will go ahead and find Hollywood Brown one more time. Another first down for the Arizona Cardinals as we keep the chains moving from the 48 now. Colt McCoy going to fire to his left and just out of reach of Zach Pascal. He was in the slot for the majority of this game. Colt McCoy back from the pocket, clean pocket, and he finds Pascal up the sideline. No, that was Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore down the sideline for a big first down, getting us down to the 11-yard line. 2nd and 7, going to play action. This one, a little boot here. Throw goes short to Swaim, and that is going to almost get us another first down, but we're over here at the 6th-yard line. 3rd and 2. Colt McCoy has time, fires left, and that's going to be Hollywood Brown into the end zone. First touchdown of the franchise is to Marquise Brown in the end zone, and it is a beauty here. Colt McCoy had just enough time, and Hollywood Brown able to break out and get himself into the end zone. 7-7 here in week number 1. About 5 minutes left here in the first, and that's going to be a broken tackle and a big first down. John Bates making the play. Struggled last year in occasions, but definitely making his presence felt. B-Rob going to get this one, and he's going to break another one. This is across the 50, down to the 38-yard line, and Brian Robinson already making his presence felt in week number 1, helping out his new quarterback and his new offense. And here we go from the 38-yard line. Another pass fired in there by Jacoby Brissett. Just really looking good, this offense for the Commanders. Looking clean as this is going to be completed over the middle. No, it's not. That's going to be jarred away by guess who? Buda Baker making the play, but that sets up a 3rd and 10 from the 22. This is going to be caught, and that's inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line, setting up a 1st and goal for the Commanders. Not really built for this type of offensive firepower, and that's going to be another touchdown. John Bates gets himself into the end zone. This Commanders offense, I mean, what are you going to do with this many weapons? The NFC East in for some trouble here this season. Colt McCoy trying to lead his team back down the field, and Zach Ertz gets picked up and dropped there at the 25. 3rd and 4 here. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first of this contest, and Colt McCoy gets hit as he throws, and Pascal unable to make the catch there. That was Deron Payne delivering some pain on Colt McCoy. 1st and 10 now, 1:35 to go. They give it back to B-Rob, and he is running all over the place. We wanted to game plan for this rushing attack, and this defense just not up for it here today. And here we go. This is going to be another completion on the right side. Jacoby Brissett, 82 yards and a touchdown here as we begin quarter number 2 from the 44-yard line. 3rd and 3. He's going to fire and almost has Jahan Dotson. And if Dotson catches that, he is off to the races. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 3. The absolute disrespect. And it doesn't work out for him as that's knocked away by the backup middle linebacker, Kazir White, who is in there on a lot of sub-lineback packages. Is Colt McCoy going to have time? He's going to just go down. Chase Young, unbelievable speed. That offensive line is just being overpowered, and Colt McCoy been hit a lot already in the first half. That'll set up a 2nd and 18 from the 36, and Colt McCoy is hit again. 3rd and 18 now for the Arizona Cardinals, and there is no time for Colt McCoy to throw as that is almost intercepted. A big defensive stop by the Commanders. This offensive line just getting bum rushed every time they have the ball. That'll set up another offensive possession for the Commanders, and that's going to be Curtis Samuel across the middle. And Jacoby Brissett over 100 yards passing here with 10 minutes to go in the second, and 50 of those go to Curtis Samuel. Bates going to be off to the right, and the handoff is going to go to B-Rob, and he's going to stiff arm Isaiah Simmons, but eventually be taken down after dancing in the backfield there for a little bit. 2nd and 4 from the 27. That's going to be caught. Curtis Samuel again in the hash marks, making himself a nice little home there in the middle of the hash marks for the Commanders here against Arizona. I know we have linebackers. Not exactly sure where they're at because they're nowhere near Curtis Samuel again. Everybody's beat. I believe that was Kazir White playing in the field goal net there as well. Touchdown goes to the Commanders, 21-7, as James Conner brings this one the other direction. Finally, a nice run and a positive offensive play here for the Cardinals in the second quarter. They're going to hand this one off again to James Conner. He goes nowhere. That defensive line makes sure of that. 3rd and 6 now from the 41-yard line. Colt McCoy has time. He throws, fires to his left, and that's going to be Brown. And I believe he got both of those feet down. The Commanders would challenge, but it was, in fact, a catch. James Conner again going to have some room to run here in the middle of this defensive line. Surprisingly, is Colt McCoy very excited about that as well. It brings up a 2nd and 1. Handoff goes to James Conner, and he is stuffed right there at the 31-yard line. After a sack, it is 3rd and 18 from the 34-yard line, and down goes Colt McCoy again. And they bring out Prater for a field goal attempt, and this one was long. And Prater able to make this one go through, standing on the W in midfield. But that's not going to stop the Washington Commanders. They're going to get right back to it. Under a minute in this one, under 30 seconds to go, really, and that's going to be caught by guess who? Jonathan Bates again. Really, this offense, I mean, you have Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, Byron Pringle. You haven't even really heard them. It's been the John Bates and Curtis Samuel show, as finally Terry McLaurin makes another catch. That's only his 2nd catch of the day, and it is 4-6. And that will end the first half of football here in Washington, 28-10, as the Washington Commanders really showing up here, and the Cardinals are definitely not. Taking a look at around the league here, the San Francisco 49ers, they trail by a score in Pittsburgh, but really nothing to worry about because we have our own problems here in the nation's capital, being run all over. Doesn't matter if they hand the ball off or they pass it. They are moving the football against this defense, and offensively, this front 7 for the Commanders is tearing us apart. But a positive run there by James Conner, and then Colt McCoy going to have some time there to throw a quick strike for a first down, and that'll set up a new set of downs here from the 33, going underneath to Zach Ertz, and he got lit up. Colt McCoy knows he got lit up. That was his reaction just following that play. 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals from the 39-yard line, and that's going to be intercepted going the other way. Colt McCoy didn't put enough on that. Cam Curl going to get a pick 6 in week 1, and that is not how you want this to go. It was really, the pass was there. Colt McCoy just didn't have enough on it. It was a good play by the safety. I would throw that ball again and again and again, as Colt McCoy throws this one down and unable to get a connection there. 3rd and 5 now from the 26, and that's going to be stepped in front of by Derek Forrest, and he's going to go the other direction as well. Back-to-back interceptions, and that's not good. That's going to be an offensive lineman down for the Arizona Cardinals. I believe that was Elijah Wilkinson, who was down on a knee. B-Rob going to have plenty of room to run in this one. No one really looking to tackle the big man, as he is absolutely running all over this front 7. 2nd and goal. Pass going to be tipped up for Terry McLaurin and incomplete. And they will go to 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Really, what are you going to do? You're just going to give that ball to B-Rob, but he gets stuffed by Jalen Thompson, the free safety. They would eventually just kick a field goal. So there's a minor W for this defense, holding them on that goal line stand, as we are now halfway through the 3rd quarter. Still trying to find some sort of momentum for this offense. Colt McCoy is back. He's going to fire to his left, and that's going to be caught as well. That was a great catch by Rondell Moore, bringing us down to the 37. 2nd and 9. Pass is going to go out to Ertz. A little stiff arm there, and we're starting to get some movement here by the Cardinals offense. James again, split to the left. Handoff goes to James Conner, and that's going to be stuffed in the backfield. Deron Payne really should just have a Cardinals helmet on at this point. He's been back there all day. 3rd and 12 from the 28-yard line. Colt McCoy hit as he's thrown. That was to Pascal. If he would have caught that, he would have walked into the end zone. But unfortunately, that was not to happen. No field goal attempt there either, as Curtis Samuel again in the middle of the field. If there's a pass and a catch in the middle of the field, it is just Jacoby Brissett to Curtis Samuel, because there is nobody playing there for the Arizona Cardinals, as we see this front seven just again getting ran all over. 133 yards in the 3rd quarter for B-Rob, as this will be another set piece here from the Commanders, and the pass goes out to John Bates for a first down. Jacoby Brissett now coming up on 230 yards passing here in the 3rd quarter, under a minute to go. Handoff is going to go to B-Rob, and he is going to get the first down on this rush right up the middle. It really didn't matter for this defense if we were playing man, if we were playing zone, if we were blitzing. There was just nobody stepping up to make plays on this defense. Nobody on the defensive line wanted to get back. That could have been a pick six. If that was intercepted there, that was going the other direction. The field goal goes up. It is now 41-10. Colt McCoy gets taken down here at the beginning of the 4th. 5 sacks for the Commanders up until this point. Colt McCoy is back. He has plenty of time. He's going to get pushed from the pocket. Nowhere for him to go. He's down at the 3-yard line. Deron Payne gets another half sack. A good punt return gives more time and more positive field for the Commanders, but this is going to be knocked out of the arms of Terry McLaurin and picked up by Wilson, Marco Wilson, on the recovery. So just one turnover here for the Commanders for the Arizona Cardinals. James Conner now going to rush up the gut on this play, but really at this point in the game, we're just trying to figure out something, anything positive. Off the back foot, Colt McCoy just kind of slings this one down the sideline, and that goes nowhere. Under 5 minutes to play here in the 4th. Jacoby Brissett going to fire this, and that is caught in the end zone. Jahan Dotson, excuse me, was the recipient of the final touchdown in this game. Greg O'Brien and the Arizona Cardinals have a lot to work on. 48-10 here in week number 1. Not really what we wanted offensively or defensively in this one. Normally I would like to see a little bit of a silver lining, but really not sure there was anything in particular we could be excited about in this game. I think offensively, I mean, I guess Marquise Brown was very much Hollywood Brown in this one. Made some big-time receptions for us. Really didn't have time to push the ball downfield a lot. I've also kind of struggled with how are we going to take this team offensively. Colt McCoy, obviously, or Clayton Tune are going to be the 2 quarterbacks we're going with until week number 5, because Kyler Murray, obviously, on the PUP list until week 4. Yeah, we really didn't have a whole lot of success running the ball. DJ Humphries, Elijah Wilkerson missed about a quarter and a half in this one as well. So the rookie, John Gaines, the second, was in there for a while. Pat Eiflin struggled, and it was rough. We're already missing Will Hernandez on the offensive line as well. Paris Johnson Jr., I mean, we saw him get absolutely thrown by Chase Young. So very difficult from an offensive standpoint. Zach Ertz getting a little bit older. We end up losing Trey McBride. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So tight end is not as deep as we would like it to be either. From the defensive side of the ball, there's just so many question marks. Again, this front seven, really poor play by them today, and offensively or from the defensive back department, I mean, Budda Baker was there a couple times. Isaiah Simmons made a play or two, but really difficult to watch this defense here today. But Trey McBride, he broke some ribs in the fourth quarter. He's going to be gone for 4 weeks. And then the rookie Garrett Williams, he's going to be gone with an upper arm fracture as well. So it doesn't get any easier for the Arizona Cardinals, as just like in the real NFL, we are starting to deal with some injuries to this team. And we have to go up against the New York Football Giants, who almost had a nice little fourth quarter comeback, at least a fourth quarter tie last week against the Dallas Cowboys. Daniel Jones go over 300 yards passing, a pair of touchdowns for him. Saquon Barkley kind of held in check, 51 yards. Did have a touchdown, did fumble the ball as well. But if we're looking at this secondary for the Cardinals going up against these playmakers, not going to be very great, especially when you look at a guy like Darren Waller now over there on the Giants as well. So it, like I said, it gets a lot more difficult as the season goes on. I'm very interested to kind of see and continue to play with this playbook, because Colt McCoy is able to do a lot, but I think Clayton Tune is able to do a little bit more, and he's able to replicate, I think, a little bit closely with Kyler Murray, more so than Colt McCoy is. So we'll see how long the leash is for Colt McCoy, and maybe we give Clayton Tune some play time in week 3, maybe week 4. We'll have to see kind of where we're at that point. But big game next week. Hopefully we're able to rebound just a little bit against the New York Football Giants at home. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. If you enjoyed this, hit this video with a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for some more Arizona Cardinals franchise here on Madden 24. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. And as always, I'll catch you guys later. Hush.